Correct. I feel so accomplished. That's it. I'm done. I get a star for the night. Okay. Hello, hello. I am so excited to be here with you guys. First of all, it's because I love our team. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this team, there's none other like our team. Like, so supportive, so kind, so helpful. We link arms, we encourage each other, we love each other well. I love you too, Britt. You guys are seriously the best, and I'm so excited. Typically, I don't love doing these, but I'm like, it's such an amazing time to be with you guys and come alongside you guys and just share what I've been diving into and enjoying learning. And so that's what I'm here to do. Um, let's see, it's the best. Sorry, I'm trying to make this so it's not all over the place here. Okay, so about last week, I was thinking, what am I going to talk to you guys about? And so when I thought about it, I wanted to share something that I'm passionate about, right? Like, it's more interesting if the person that's sharing is passionate about what they're sharing. And I'm passionate about the relationship aspect of our business. So we know that we're in the people business. Like, our business literally is all about relationships, right? All of us have been working on our businesses since we were old enough to speak, whether we realize it or not. It goes back years and years and years and years. And it's because we've been building relationships our whole lives. Um, and so I thought about doing that. And then Megan had brought up this John Maxwell book called Everyone Communicates, Few Connect. And I'll tell you what your call to action is already. The call to action is download this book and listen to it. Because whether you have a family, whether you are a teacher, whether you own your own business like we do, if you deal with people, you need to read this book. Because already, yeah, I will. I'll make sure I share it. It's called Everyone Communicates, Few Connect. It's by John Maxwell. Yes, he is the best. He's my favorite. And it's a simple listen. I got it on Audible. So it just goes hand in hand. And I've already learned so much. Like, I would consider myself a people person. Like, I talk to people very easily, but I can tell you, I learned so much already by listening to this, and I will be incorporating it and improving my communication and connection skills for sure. So I'm going to be reading off some notes. So I might be looking down. But the reality is, I mean, I can probably train on this for a month. There's so much richness and so much to learn from. And that's why my call to action to you is go download this and apply it and take notes and reflect on it, and learn from it and grow, because it will just benefit you in life. In fact, I sent it to my kids. We have a family group. I have 3 grown kids and 3 young kids, but I told my older kids, I'm like, you got to listen to this. Like, this is life changing. You have to listen to this. It's that good of a book. So great communication doesn't start with what you say, but who you say it to and who you say it for. Okay, so it's not just our words that makes a difference. It's who are we saying it to. So when I come on this call and I'm just thinking about myself and thinking about how I look or what you guys think of me or what I'm saying, that's not going to be beneficial to you in any way, shape, or form. When I come to a call, when I'm messaging somebody, if we want to do this well, you guys, I'm just assuming that everybody that's on this call is here because you've signed up a person, you're interested in the business, you may have a big team. I don't know where everyone's coming from, but I'm assuming that you are doing this Plexus business because you are showing on the team call. So all that to say is, when you are messaging people, you need to think about them, right? When we are called to bring value to others. So think about who you're reaching out to. If I am in a bad headspace, if I'm not feeling in a grumpy mood, or if I had a long day and kind of tired, that is not the time to be messaging other people. That is not the time to be posting things. That's the time where you step back, take a rest, do something that excites you, whether it's dancing, do something that will fill your cup, and then you can message those people. Don't ever use the excuse, of not messaging people because you're just not in a good headspace, but really think about where you are when you're messaging people, because it's not just about what you're sending, the message that you're sending, it's about the connection with those people. Okay, it's all about connection. So good communication is empowering others. So yes, energy is everything. It's so true. And we'll be talking about that in a little bit. It literally is everything, Victoria. So in this business, I'm going to encourage you guys, because I struggled for a lot of years. Now, when I first started Plexus, I struggled with belief. Like, I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I knew what to say. I mean, Alita and I always kind of laugh because our first Sip and Seas, literally, I had 2 sentences to say on BioCleanse, and I would have to have a little card, and I was shaking up there. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and why? Why did I worry about saying 2 sentences in front of a crowd? Because I was focused on myself. If I really took the time to think, okay, think about the people that were in that audience, think about the fact that I was bringing these products that were going to change their lives, there's business opportunity that was going to change their lives, then I wouldn't be shaking because I'd be thinking about them. So just know, anytime you're messaging people, doing a 3-way call, doing an event, anything like that, get over your dang self. And I know there's actually a book that says that. And that is so true, because it's really not about us. We are in the people serving business. We are in the relationship business, and we got to think about the other people before ourselves. If we want to bring value to others, that means we need to value the people that we're reaching out to. So I just want you guys to remember, take a step back, like the first step before you even start messaging people or make a post. I want you to do a little self-reflection and think about the bigger picture. Don't worry about, is this the right thing to say? I want you to think about the fact that we have these products that change people's lives. I want you to think about the fact that we have this business opportunity that literally can be a legacy, life-changing opportunity for these families. And get excited about it. And I promise you that will make a difference in the connection, because if you think about yourself, then you will not be able to connect. That's just the bottom line. Thinking about yourself is not the way to connect. And also, one thing I thought about, we have a lot of amazing people on this team. We just do. The good news is we don't have to be anybody but ourselves. I don't have to be Megan. I don't have to be Alita. I don't need to be Brittany. I don't need to be Haldis. It's just like, I can just be myself. And you know what? All of us should be comfortable in our own skin, because we are all wonderfully made in our own special and unique ways. We all have different gifts and talents. And so we don't have to pretend to be anything else. I don't have to get on this call and pretend to deliver this message like John Maxwell. I will never do it. But I can learn, right? Pull some points from him and then share with you, what I've learned. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't learn skills, right? It's really important to increase our communication skills, our connection skills, all of those things, be comfortable in our skin, all of those things. But I can show up as Lisa Youngs, Emerald Ambassador, been here for 9 years. Am I diamond? Nope, but I'm working my way up there. I told my husband, I said, hey, it might take me 12 more years, but hey, it's all good. Just kidding. It's not going to take that long, Lord willing. But just show up as yourself, okay? And I think when you show up as yourself, comfortable in your own skin, then you're going to be having much easier time to connect with people. I know I struggled in the beginning, because I happened to sign up 2 weeks after Alita. Okay, so I was doing the business with Alita, and you guys all know how amazing Alita is. Like, first, she's a performer, a singer, so good at training, very business minded. And I wasn't those things at all when I started. So the good news is I could show up as my own self and not worry about being like Alita, So I just want to encourage you guys take stock in who you are and what you bring to the table, and be comfortable in your own skin. Because the reality is, if you're weird with things, like when you're reaching out to people or posting, guess what? It makes things weird. It just does. But if you're comfortable in your own skin, the people will be able to connect to you so much easier, rather than, just it being awkward. And the good news is, if you're not awkward, they're not going to be awkward either. And that's just a life rule. And I'll tell you that connecting increases your influence in every situation. And the reality is, you guys, we want to have influence in this business. We just do. So whether it's saying, hey, you really want to try these probiotics, I can honestly tell people when I'm talking to them, I stand firm on our probiotics. I know they are, one of the highest levels of quality in probiotics. I know they work. I tried other probiotics before Plexus, didn't work as much. So I stand very firm on that. And so I have influence, right? Because I'm very firm in my belief that our probiotics are the best. Okay. So the bottom line is that connecting is everything when it comes to communication. So you guys just know. So yes, we need to be experts at relationships. We're in the relationship business, but connection is everything when it comes to communication. It just is. So I'm going to give you guys some principles and just some tips on that. Like I said, the ability to connect with others begins with understanding the value of people. And to add value to others, one must first value others. So since we're in the relationship business, it's really important to know that we're just not in this for ourselves. We really are here to help people. We're here to be servant leaders. And that should be, and if it's not, I'm going to encourage you to make it. That should be the foundation of our business. We should be servant leaders. So what does that look like? It means, showing up thinking, what problem can I solve for you? How can I help you? And really taking the time to listen to people, asking good questions. Don't have an agenda. I know, listen, I've been caught up, trust me, end of the month or on a contest, and I'm needing so many orders. It's easy to be like, I just need this order, rather than hearing them. But just make sure, even if you're pressed for time, let's say it's the last, few hours of the month or whatever, always go back and take good care of people and make sure that they feel valued and seen and heard. I will confess to you guys, when I first started, I was good at signing people up, but then afterwards, my connection was terrible with them. Like, I'd be like, oh, good, you signed up. I sure hope, God bless you. Hope these products work, And that's not the way to do it. That customer care, that retention is one of the most important things about our job, right? It's not just about the sale, but it's about that connection and really hearing them and walking them through every step of the way, like inviting them to the Monday night calls that are so good. You guys, we didn't have well, we did have some at certain point, our times in the last 9 years, but it's such a gift to just say, hey, get on this call and you're going to learn all about these things. Like, it really makes a difference. And to also be able to, help them get connected to our community. Okay, so there are 3 questions people are asking about you. Okay, so think about this. I want you to think about this before you even start posting. Do you care for me? Okay, let me go back, sorry. So the 3 questions people are asking about you. You must be able to communicate that attitude of selflessness, okay? So it's all about being selfless. So the first question they're going to ask is, do you care for me? So think about that, like when you're posting or when you're inviting someone to a challenge or an event or something, and ask yourself, do I care about this person? Do I really care that they join this challenge? I can tell you something that has helped me is now when I have no connection to the person's response. Because I know when I'm inviting somebody to something like a challenge or an event, I'm literally just wanting to offer them something that I think will be beneficial to them. So if they tell me no or ghost me, I have zero attachment to that response. Zero. And you know what? In the beginning, when I first started this business, I took that rejection. Especially in the beginning, very hard. Like it was hard for me. Like it was a lot of rejection in the beginning, and I didn't even know what the heck I was doing. But what I realized is I promise you guys, especially if you are new to this, it's always a not yet. Do you guys know that I signed somebody up today who I've been messaging for 9 years, and I've messaged her twice a year for 9 years. 9 years. Do you think when I thought, I wonder who's going to be my next builder? Do you think I thought it was going to be that person? No. But I'm telling you, because I'm not attached to their response, to their no or their ghosting or never or not interested at all, however they respond, that it allows me to have that perseverance, right? It allows me to go back to them and invite them again. And guess what? It's amazing. I didn't irritate that person, right? Like she still is my friend. She still loved me. And now she's like, okay, I'm ready. I want to do this. I'm very decisive. Let's go, And, um, but it's because I really did care for her. I really thought these products would make a difference for her, you know? Okay, so that's the first question. Second one is, can you help me? And good news is we can help people. You guys got to know to your core that we have such an incredible line of products and business opportunity that is second to none. The fact that we can do this, make our own hours, be stay-at-home moms if we want to, work a second side job if we need to, just get some Christmas money if we want to. Plus, while we're watching people's lives change for the better, there's nothing like it. My kids the other day, we were driving in the car. One of my daughters said, Dad, what's your dream job? And so he answered, he wants to be a philanthropist. He wants to do charity, like give money away. That's what he wants to do. And then they said, Mom, what's your dream job? I'm like, I'm doing my dream job. I want to be a stay-at-home mom and I want to do Plexus. So isn't that cool? I mean, think about it, guys. He wants to be a philanthropist and I'm going to make a lot of money as a diamond. So it goes hand in hand. Let's go. So it's like the fact that I can say I'm living my dream job. I mean, what else could I want? So I want you guys to really just know that what we have is amazing. So when someone says, can you help me? We know that we can help them. We can help them. And if you know that with a boldness and a confidence, that changes everything in the energy that you're messaging people. Because we really have the tools to change people's lives in a huge way. And I know Plexus is giving me my life back in so many ways. And then the third question that people are asking about us is, can I trust you? So, that trust is huge. So I can look back in my last 9 years and think about the times that I was not trustworthy, right? Like I said, I was going to do something. I did not walk with integrity and I hate it. Or I signed someone up and didn't take care of them. So make sure that you're trustworthy and you walk with character and integrity in this business because it's everything. It really is. And if you do mess up, go back and apologize because we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes in our business. And that's a big part of it is to admit when we do something wrong or don't do something that we should be doing and ask them to forgive you. So they're asking, can they trust us? So just knowing again that we do definitely have the potential to change other people's lives. And remember that, all right? Please, because I want to see all of us being life changers for other people. I want to see us all, helping people's lives change generally, helping people. Generational. Yes, thank you. Okay. So we're going to finish up on the 4 components of connection. And then you guys are going to go download this book because it's so good. So the 4 components of connection, what people see, connecting visually. So if you're talking with somebody in person, this is important, you guys. Thank you, Brittany. You're so coachable. when you're meeting one-on-one, and I hope that you guys are doing this because it's so important, getting face to face with someone and being able to say, what health issues do you have? What, health concerns do you have? Or, are you looking for an opportunity? Looking someone in the eye, it makes all the difference in the world. So I'd say get with people, but when you're with them, don't be distracted. One thing that I love about my dad is he met one of my friends, and that friend said, "Boy, your dad is such a good listener." I'm like, he is. And he looks at somebody and he'll go like this and really just study and listen to what they're saying. Super important, guys. And one thing I will tell you that I have loved about Alita ever since I've known her, I knew her years before Plexus even, is she has a way of just looking someone in the eyes and connecting with them. And I'm telling you, that's why she's a diamond in the company, is because her connection skills are so high. And I notice things like that. It's like looking someone in the eye and being able to see them. And, it's like I know some people get awkward, like my own kids. It's like you need to work on being able to look someone. Okay. You need to be able to look someone in the eye and not have to look away. You know what I mean? And all of us need that skill. So I don't care if you're 12 or 90, it's like everybody needs that skill. Be comfortable in your own skin to be able to look at people. So looking at people in the eye, expand your range of expression. I don't even know what that means. Connecting visually. Maybe, responding to what they're saying. If they're saying a happy story, maybe smile, or, if it's a sad story, maybe look concerned or a little sad. Move with a sense of purpose, maintain an open posture. You know what I mean? Like if I'm closed off like this, that's not a very good connection, And so being attentive. So this is all obviously visually when we're talking with people. Yeah. So maintain an open posture and pay attention to your surroundings. It's just an important key. It's connecting visually. Connecting intellectually. To effectively connect with people on an intellectual level, you must know two things, your subject and yourself. And you might be saying, well, Lisa, dang it, I just signed up. I'm just learning about gut health. You know, you know what? It's okay not to know everything, but know what you know. You know what I mean? Share what you know and admit what you don't know. And that's okay. But connecting, be real, right? Don't pretend that you know all about the ins and outs about gut health. Listen, I've been doing this 9 years. I'm always like, okay, what products do you recommend for this? It's like we're always going to be learning. That's just reality. So, but connecting intellectually, know what you know and be comfortable with what you know. The good news is we should all know what these products have done for us. So it doesn't matter if you've been doing this a week or 10 years, it's like you know what these products have done for you. So make sure you just have that, that little sentence or two memorized that you know exactly, what the products have done. And what people feel, connecting emotionally. People with charisma, and I'm going to end with the charisma because I actually think this is really important. People with charisma possess an outward focus instead of an inward one. They pay attention to other people and they desire to add value to them. Okay, so let's talk about charisma because some people might think, well, she just has, that diamond might have more charisma than me, or, that person just connects easier. Well, the reality is, you guys, charisma, all it is, it's all about confidence. It's all about the energy you bring. My dad, I took piano lessons and I had my first piano recital when I was 5 years old. I remember my dad, I overheard him talking to a friend. He was saying that when Lisa walked into that room as 5-year-old in front of the whole room full of the recital, said, she had such a big personality, such charisma. And so I look back at that 5-year-old and laugh and think, boy, where did that go? Right? It's like, what happened to that charisma? But the reality is, all that was confidence, right? I was 5. I didn't know to be scared to play the piano in front of a room full of people. I just didn't know. So if you think, well, I just don't have very much charisma, all it is confidence. So that is something that, going back to just being comfortable in your own skin, whether you're introvert or an extrovert, you can all have charisma because we all can bring a positive energy, an attentive energy, an intentional energy. It's all of those things, right? And showing up in confidence in this business is going to be the key. So it's easy for us to look at someone like Alita or Celeste Gwynn or Jen Hawkins and think, man, look at, they have so much charisma. But you know what it is? It's just confidence, and I guarantee that they've worked really hard to get that confidence. It's experience, it's making mistakes, it's getting a lot more no's than we have, right? If they're diamond, we know that they have gone through a lot more rejection than we ever have. So connecting emotionally and with that charisma is important. And what people hear, connecting verbally. I will end on this. I said that I was gonna end on charisma, but a couple more minutes. So 4 unpardonable sins of a communicator is being unprepared, uncommitted, uninteresting, or uncomfortable. So these are the sins of a communicator. So when you are reaching out to people, you want to be prepared, right? You want to be prepared. It doesn't mean, again, you don't have to know everything, but be prepared. You want to be committed. You want to be committed to being a servant leader and helping them, right? Coming alongside them, linking arms with them, coming alongside and encouraging and inspiring them. You want to be interesting, right? I mean, part of what people find interesting is when you're interested in them. Like, I want to know, okay, Brittany, so tell me about your family. What do you do? Like, those are very simple, easy ways to connect with someone. It's just asking them about them, right? That's the best way, is to get on that same, find a common ground that you have. Brittany, I know she has several kids. I have several kids. She homeschools, I homeschool. She does Plexus, I do Plexus. You know what I mean? It's like, find that common ground, because I promise you, we all have something, right? So we need to be interesting. Like when we're talking to people, be interesting, learn how to ask questions. Don't be weird and not ask them about them. And when I'm saying this, I'm thinking about 3-way calls, events, all those things. And you want to be comfortable. So you guys, let's commit to not be awkward, because when we're awkward and uncomfortable, that just makes them awkward and uncomfortable. And we're too good to be awkward and uncomfortable. We just are. We're all lovely people that know how to talk and have relationships. And so don't think you have to turn into some unemotional robot when we're talking about Plexus. Just be real and connect to people. It's such a valuable tool to learn in life. And I promise you, I'm 50 years old. I'm actually really good with people, but I learned so much, and I'm going to be studying this because I want to improve the skill, whether it's Plexus or Sunday school or on the mission, whatever it is. In every situation, I want to be a connector because I'm here to make an impact with my life, not to just live my life for myself. So your call to action. So it's 7:59. I want you to go download this book and study it. And I know if we connect better with people, if we connect more authentically with people, more intentionally with people, it's going to make our businesses thrive, and we will be able to change more and more lives. So thank you for hopping on. It was so much fun being with you guys.
Thank you, Lisa. So good.
Love you. Thank you, guys.